Your skin is a living, breathing organ. It doesn't just release toxins, it can also absorb them. Let's think about this for a moment. If you eat something that doesn't agree with your body, you might break out in a rash. That's your body's smart way of pushing out what shouldn't be inside. But here's what many folks don't realize. The same thing happens when you put something on your skin. It gets absorbed into your body. That's why a simple rule I always follow is this: if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Now let's take it a step further. Your skin has its own friendly bacteria. Just like your gut, these tiny microbes on your skin actually communicate with the ones in your digestive system. There's a real connection between them. So if you're putting something on your skin that damages those good bacteria, you could be affecting your gut health too. Yes, really. That's why it matters what you rub, spray, or lather on your skin. It's not just about looking good. It's about protecting your health. So, dear friend, I urge you, take a moment to pay attention to your skin. If you notice any of the warning signs I'm about to share next, don't ignore them. Your skin could be telling you something important about your overall health. Please listen and take action if you need to. Your body will thank you for it. Dry, flaky skin that won't go away. I remember a patient of mine, Mrs. Helen, an elderly woman from Bangor, Maine, who came to see me with dry, peeling hands that just wouldn't heal. She said, "Doctor, I've tried every lotion under the sun, but my skin still feels like the desert." After examining her, I realized the problem wasn't just on the surface. Persistent, dry, flaky skin can often be a sign that the body is missing something important. Why is dry skin a warning sign? Our skin is like a mirror. It reflects what's going on inside our body. When your skin is dry and peeling and doesn't improve with moisturizers, your body may be low on essential nutrients like vitamin A or E. These vitamins help your skin stay hydrated and repair itself. Dehydration is another common cause, especially for older adults. We often forget to drink enough water throughout the day. But what always makes me extra cautious is when dry skin is also paired with fatigue, hair thinning, or feeling unusually cold. That could point to a thyroid problem. What did I do for Mrs. Helen? I encouraged Helen to add more vitamin A-rich foods to her meals, like carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens. I also recommended she drink more water, about 6 to 8 glasses a day, and use a humidifier at home, especially during those cold, dry Maine winters. Most importantly, I asked her to get a blood test to check her thyroid function. The results showed a mild case of hypothyroidism, and once we started treatment, her skin became smooth again, like a small miracle. A word of advice for you. If your skin is dry and flaky, take a closer look at what you're eating and how much water you're drinking. Try adding foods rich in healthy fats and vitamins, like salmon, walnuts, or flax seeds, to your meals. And if the issue lasts more than a few weeks, don't wait. Talk to your doctor and ask about thyroid or nutritional testing. Don't ignore this sign. Your body is trying to tell you something. Persistent itching with no clear cause. Next, I want to tell you about Mr. John, a fisherman from Bar Harbor who kept scratching his arms and legs but didn't know why. He told me, "Doc, I don't have a rash, no allergies, but this itch is driving me crazy." That kind of persistent itching with no obvious cause is something I always take seriously because it can sometimes point to deeper issues inside the body. What does itching tell us? Itching isn't always just a skin issue. When you feel a constant itch without redness or a visible rash, your body might be signaling problems with your liver, kidneys, or even your immune system. I've had patients where itching was an early warning sign of liver conditions, like hepatitis or cirrhosis. Sometimes it's linked to autoimmune diseases like lupus or even chronic kidney disease. Mr. John's journey. With Mr. John, I suggested we run some blood tests to check his liver and kidney function. The results showed he had mild kidney issues, partly due to years of working on the water, eating salty foods, and not drinking enough water. I advised him to cut back on salt, drink more fluids, and add kidney-friendly foods to his diet, things like cucumbers and blueberries, which are easy to find in Maine. A few months later, John told me the itching had nearly gone away, and he felt much better overall. What should you do? If you're experiencing a nagging itch, start by keeping track of when and how often it happens. Do you also feel tired? Are you urinating less? Any yellowing of the skin or eyes? Try drinking more water and eating foods that support your liver, like beets and leafy greens. But most importantly, don't hesitate to get checked out. A simple blood test could uncover a health issue before it becomes something serious. Dull, grayish, or slightly yellow skin. Now let me tell you about Mrs. Margaret, an old friend of mine from Portland. One day she came into the clinic and I noticed her skin looked dull, a little grayish yellow, and no longer had the healthy glow it once did. She laughed and said, "I guess I'm just getting old, Doc." But I knew it wasn't just age catching up with her. What does dull or yellowish skin mean? When your skin appears gray, dull, or has a light yellow tone, it could be a sign of liver or gallbladder issues, or even anemia. The liver plays a key role in filtering toxins from your body. When it's not working properly, like in hepatitis or bile duct blockage, the skin can change color, turning yellow or gray. Anemia, especially iron deficiency anemia, can also rob your skin of its natural brightness, since your blood isn't carrying enough oxygen to nourish it. Mrs. Margaret's story, I recommended that Margaret get a blood test and a liver ultrasound. The results showed she had iron deficiency anemia, a common issue for older adults, especially when their diet is low in iron-rich foods like red meat or spinach. I encouraged her to eat more iron-rich foods and to include vitamin C-rich fruits like oranges to help her body absorb the iron better. I also reminded her to get plenty of rest. A few months later, her skin looked healthy and rosy again, and she told me she felt like she'd turned back the clock a few years. A word of advice for you: if your skin is looking dull or yellowish, take a look at your diet. Add iron-rich foods like beef liver if you like it, or lentils, and don't forget fresh fruits that are high in vitamin C. If the discoloration lasts or you're feeling tired, see your doctor. A simple blood test can help identify the problem and get you on the right path to feeling better. Bruising too easily. I'll never forget the story of Mr. Robert, a farmer from Augusta. He came to see me because every time he bumped into something, even lightly, a dark bruise would show up on his skin. He chuckled and said, "Maybe my skin's just getting thinner with age." But I knew it wasn't just about getting older. What do easy bruises warn us about? When your skin bruises easily from even minor bumps, it could be a sign of low vitamin C or a blood clotting issue. Vitamin C is essential for keeping your blood vessels strong. Without enough of it, the small capillaries under your skin can break easily, leaving bruises behind. While less common, clotting disorders can also be serious and are something I always make sure to rule out. Mr. Roberts' journey, I recommended a blood test to check his vitamin C levels and clotting function. The results showed he was low on vitamin C, probably because he didn't eat many fruits or vegetables. He preferred the traditional Maine diet, potatoes and meat. I encouraged him to add oranges, bell peppers, and broccoli to his meals. I also suggested gentle walking to help with circulation. Within just a few weeks, he told me the bruises weren't showing up as often and he felt healthier overall. What should you do? Take a moment to look at your diet. Are you getting enough fruits and vegetables rich in vitamin C? If you notice bruises showing up more often, especially along with bleeding gums or feeling unusually tired, it's time to see your doctor. A balanced diet and regular checkups can go a long way in preventing this kind of issue. Persistent redness or rash. Lastly, I want to share the story of Miss Sarah, a retired school teacher from Camden. She came to see me with red patches and a lingering rash on her arms that had lasted for months. She was worried and said, "Doctor, I've tried every cream, but it just won't go away." Persistent rashes are something I always take a closer look at. What does a long-lasting rash mean? Redness or a rash that won't go away can have many causes, from allergies and chronic skin conditions to deeper issues like gut inflammation or autoimmune disease. I've seen patients where the rash was a sign of celiac disease or intestinal inflammation when the body reacts to certain foods or stress. Miss Sarah's journey, I asked Sarah to keep a food journal and take note of anything that might be triggering the rash, like certain foods or skincare products. At the same time, I recommended allergy testing and a gut health evaluation. The results showed she was sensitive to gluten, something she had never considered before. After adjusting her diet, removing gluten, and adding anti-inflammatory foods like salmon and walnuts, her rash gradually disappeared. What should you do? If you have persistent redness or a rash, try identifying any possible triggers in your diet or environment. Avoid using harsh chemical skin products and consider switching to more natural options. And if things don't improve, don't hesitate to see your doctor to rule out allergies or internal issues. Your body is trying to tell you something. Take the time to listen. I've seen many patients regain their health and rediscover the joy of living simply by listening to these signs and taking action in time. Here in Maine, where life is closely tied to nature, you have access to wonderful fresh foods, fish, leafy greens, fruits that can truly nourish your body. But more importantly, never hesitate to reach out to your doctor when something doesn't feel right. Health is the most precious gift we have, and we can protect it if we learn to listen to our bodies. Final thoughts. Take care of yourself and spread love. Thank you for spending time with me today, listening to these stories. I truly hope they give you the strength and encouragement to care for yourself and for the people you love. If you found this video helpful, please consider clicking like and subscribe to the Health Revival channel so we can keep sharing more healing stories together. I'll be back with more, and I'll always be here, like an old friend walking alongside you. May God bless you and your family with health and peace. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.